Listen up, I'll say this only once. I'm Ibrahim IV, President of Burkina Faso, and I'm speaking for something burning in my chest and in the hearts of millions across Africa. We're done being silent. We're done bowing. We're done letting foreign powers treat our continent like a playground. A few days ago, a message circulated, words attributed to Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, warning African leaders to stay in line or face consequences. Whether he actually said it matters less than the meaning behind it. The message was loud and clear. Some still believe they can threaten us, scare us, and control us. Here's my reply, not only to Netanyahu, but to anyone who thinks Africa is theirs to bully. We are not your colony. We are not your pawns. We are sovereign, and we will defend our freedom with everything we have. Let me take you back to that moment in Ouagadougou, our capital. I stood before cameras, journalists, and my people in a packed room where you could feel the tension. I didn't use a script. When you speak truth, it comes from the heart. I looked straight into the camera and addressed Netanyahu. We are no longer colonies. We are sovereign nations. Any foreign leader who thinks they can threaten Africa into submission is gravely mistaken. The room fell silent. You could hear those words settle. I wasn't finished. I leaned in and said, let me make this crystal clear. Burkina Faso answers to no one in Tel Aviv, no one in Washington, and no one who thinks they can buy or bomb us into obedience. I meant every word. This wasn't only about Israel. It was for every nation that has tried to control Africa, plunder our resources, or silence our people. I finished with a warning. Attack one of us, you attack all of us. Africa is not yours to threaten. You might ask why I spoke so plainly instead of staying quiet like so many leaders before me, or sending a private letter. Because that's not who I am, and it's not what Burkina Faso or Africa needs. For too long, our continent was treated as a place for others to take. Gold, diamonds, oil. Lines were drawn on maps, communities divided, and our people told how to live. Even after independence, meddling continued. Money, threats, or soldiers kept influence in place. I'm done with that. My people are done. Africa is done. When I heard about the so-called warning, I heard an insult to every African who dreams of a free, dignified, united continent. Silence is what they expect. They expect fear, a bowed head, yes, sir. I refuse to be that leader. I stand for dignity, for our future. The response was immediate and immense. My words didn't stay in Ouagadougou. They spread like wildfire, shared on X, Telegram, WhatsApp, reaching millions across the continent. Young activists in Mali, farmers in Niger, students in Guinea, organizers in South Africa, they heard the speech and felt their own hopes and anger in it. They weren't just listening, they were seeing themselves. In Mali, Colonel Assimi Goïta shared the clip. In Guinea, voices rose in solidarity. Across messaging groups, hashtags like Africa will not bow trended. Those words became a battle cry, a sign that Africa is waking up. We're not isolated states anymore. We are a family. When one of us is threatened, we stand together. Sovereignty, to me, isn't a word from a book. It's the right to decide our own destiny, who enters our land, who takes our resources, and who we partner with. For too long, foreign powers treated Africa like a chessboard, moving troops, money, and corporations while expecting us to sit quietly. Not anymore. In Burkina Faso, we're reclaiming control. No more foreign bases on our soil. No deals that enrich outsiders while our people stay poor. No threats that try to bend our will. And we're not alone. Across the Sahel, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, we're forging an alliance, the Sahel Alliance. We stand together to protect one another and build a future where Africa calls the shots. You might say other African leaders have said similar words, true, but this moment feels different because the world is changing and Africa is changing with it. We were told to wait our turn and follow rules set by others. Now we're writing our own. Former anchors of influence, like France, once maintained tight control, military bases, economic levers, political puppetry. But we pushed back. Mali did, Niger did, Burkina Faso did. We won't stop. When I spoke out, I wasn't just addressing one man or one country. I was speaking to every leader who sees Africa as a source to exploit and assumes threats, sanctions, or bombs will bend us. My speech was not reckless. It was necessary. It was a reminder. We're not here just to survive. We're here to thrive and lead. Interestingly, Israel issued no public response. That silence said more than any statement. They weren't ready to face a leader who would call them out. The Western media barely covered the speech. It didn't fit their preferred narrative of a weak, divided, dependent Africa. But every share, every trending hashtag, every allied voice rewrote that story. I didn't set out to be a symbol. I'm just a man from Burkina Faso fighting for his people. But messages poured in from youth, elders, mothers, and fathers across Africa, calling me a voice for the continent. They saw hope in a leader who refused to bow. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm doing it because I believe in Africa, our history, our strength, our future. I believe in ancestors who fought for freedom and in young people ready to build a new Africa that sits at the table as equals. This is why the Sahel Alliance matters. We're neighbors and brothers building a pact. Attack one of us, you attack all of us. We share resources, ideas, and strength. We're proving Africa can stand on its own 2 feet. This isn't only defense, it's nation building. We want schools that teach our history, hospitals that heal, economies that lift our people, not empty projects that profit outsiders. The Sahel Alliance is a start. My dream is a united Africa, north, south, east, and west, standing together. To any leaders who still think they can control Africa, your time is up. We are not your backyard, your resource bank, or your punching bag. Threaten, bribe, or intimidate us, and you will meet resistance. Africa is waking up. We remember who we are, descendants of kings and queens, warriors and builders. We are the future, and we will defend it. To my brothers and sisters across the continent, this is our moment. Don't be afraid. Stand up in your communities. Demand your rights. Support leaders who serve their people, not foreign interests. Together, we can build a strong, proud, free Africa. Some will call my words bold or risky. They'll say I'm picking a fight we can't win. I say the real risk is silence, letting others walk over us. I spoke because I believe in my people and in our right to self-determination. If that makes some uncomfortable, so be it. I'm not here to placate those who disrespect us. I'm here to fight for what's right, for dignity, and for the future of Africa.